Whew. Oh my gosh, you guys. I woke up at like 5 p.m. today. This is like the remainder of the spaghetti I cooked the other night. There's supposed to be another showing today, but I think I slept through it. You can't really... I got my nail stuff. I really want to just... I'm sitting on the floor. I want to do my nails real fast. I look a mess, but it's whatever. No makeup, no worries. Yeah, I just thought I'd come say hello. This is another vlog. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep vlogging until further notice. Oh, you know what we could do? We could talk about what I brought up the other day. Integrity versus loyalty. So personally, I care more about integrity. Okay, so people like to use loyalty in the place of like good morals, and I'm just not one of those people. So for example, there's a new, okay, so I'm just off the top of my head. So okay, I have a friend. Let's say I find out that they murder someone in cold blood. If I know that somebody did something wrong, let's say murder, and this family is looking for the murderer, the killer, I'm not the type of person that's just gonna like know that my friend is out here kicking up dust, you know, giving the motherfucker sorry, Tupac quote. I couldn't like live with myself knowing that my friend did this to this family. They're losing their mind trying to find out who did it, and I know who did it. Like I'm choosing integrity over loyalty. Like I don't care how long I've known you. Like you're going to serve your time. You did the crime, you do the time. Like period. Like I'm not the type, I don't know, like y'all need to get out of the impoverished mentality where it's just like snitches get stitches or whatever. Like listen, if you are at risk of losing everything, your livelihood, your assets, and the only thing standing in the way of you like not ruining your life is you telling the truth about a situation that happened, you should probably tell the fucking truth. Like this is what I said in like, it was a good point that I made in another video, the Black is King video. It was a really long ass video, but if you watch it, I say some real shit. Like for example, like selling your soul, it's not as like demonic as people make it seem. It's not like you don't have to pull out no Ouija board, you don't have to meet with the devil himself, no sign, nothing. When you like, who you are is made up of morals, principles, memories, like just things that like create you as an individual. So when you trade one of those key parts of who you are for either profit or clout or I don't know, the recognition of waste man through loyalty, you know, it's just you're selling your soul little by little, and people wonder why like they can't be happy, they find themselves like smoking their lives away. Like I understand, well, I'm not so bad anymore, like, but I understood why I was trying to destroy myself and why so rapidly, because like I wasn't really acknowledging like all the parts of myself that I gave away, how and why. So now I'm more intentional and mindful about like who I share my energy with. But you have to like really keep in mind, like, do you want people in your life that are going to demonize you for having integrity, basically? So it's like you need to be able to sleep with yourself at the end of the night. Like you need to be able to say, I'm okay with me and my conscience is clear, you know, like me and the Lord are good, you know, if you're Christian like that. You want to be able to live with yourself. It's just you in here. Like at the end of the day, it's you, it's your life. So it's like you always have to, people might consider it selfish, but it's like, for example, like, let's give another example, like, okay, but no, it's not always like that, because there are some situations where loyalty matters more. For example, like, I have a girlfriend, a female friend, I know she's cheating on her man comes to me, like, is my girl cheating behind my back? My loyalty is to my friend, so it's not like, I'm not so deep in integrity that it's gonna be like, I just have to do the right thing, I'm going to snitch on my friend. Like, it doesn't necessarily, like, that doesn't make sense to me. But it's like, if it's serious and it's affecting like people's livelihoods or like justice, if you're directly getting in the way of like justice being served, then like I would say fuck loyalty, integrity matters more. For those of you if you're not sure, like integrity, my mom would always put it black and white for me. Like when I was young, before we'd leave for school, like just randomly throughout the day she'd be like, what does integrity mean? And we'd have to be like, doing good when no one is watching, doing good even when no one is watching, doing good even when no one is watching. Like it's a good thing to have in your subconscious, because it's just like, that's like kind of how I was able to navigate through sketchy situations, sketchy people, environments, all that, having like a set of morals that I wasn't willing to bargain with anybody, you know, like that's that saying, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So ask yourself, you know, like, do you care more about loyalty to the people around you, or is integrity more important to you? Like, do you care about how you feel on the inside, or like, is it not that serious? I'm curious to see how people think, because I feel like around me, a lot of people value loyalty of people that don't even look out for them more than integrity of like, you know, making sure that they can live with themselves and their decisions at the end of the day. So yeah, I just wanted to come through with this little discussion topic, and I mean, share your thoughts if you want to. I really would like to know how people feel about this, because it just came to me and I'm like, how do I feel about this? I think I'm an integral person. Like, I care, like, I don't have loyalty to anybody but like God. I used to think that I was being loyal to my mom, for example, by not sharing the abuse that she put me through, but it's like the integrity was being jeopardized. Like, I couldn't sleep with myself, I couldn't live with myself, I was falling apart. I'm like, I need to bring the awareness as to like what I'm dealing with so that like I can like free myself. And it really worked, it really helped. But for like years I was just stuck in the loyalty to my mother. I don't want to shed her in the negative light, I don't want people to think X, Y, and Z of her. But it's like, nah, I have to be true to myself, and I have to progress in my life, because one day she won't be here, and what am I gonna do? Like, still be loyal to this person that has served literally no purpose in my life? Maybe in my heart, sure, but like physically, like, it's not, you know, it doesn't pay the bills. It does not make sure that I'm good at the end of the day. It's not putting food in my stomach or a roof over my head. Like, you have to make sure that you can function. I was like so depressed that like I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't go to my job, I couldn't make money, I couldn't do anything but smoke and destroy myself. So it's like I had to put loyalty, I had to throw loyalty out the window to my own mother and be like, this is what this lady did to me. And honestly, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. So I want to know if you have a situation that kind of parallels what I'm trying to say. It's just interesting to me. I don't know, because I don't think enough people think about those two things. I see always on Instagram like loyalty over this, loyalty over this. How much does loyalty mean to you? What are your requirements in a relationship? And loyalty is always on the list, but integrity is never there. Like, I want to know that I'm with a good person, not just somebody who's going to do right by someone for the sake of how it makes them look. Like, what is right at the end of the day, you know? For example, like Shaq. Shame on you, Shaq. Like, oh my god. If I had known, for example, like a person that I used to smoke with was going to meet up with a 13-year-old girl to hook up, I would have beat his ass. I would have been like, are you fucking dumb? I would have called the police my fucking self. Like, if you know your friends are on some fuck shit like that, fucking with underage people. Oh, I got jumped. Okay, shout out to Cheyenne and fucking Jessica. I hope you're doing well in life. Okay, so back, like when I mean, my life has a lot of stories that revolve around the Kennedy house, but like, you know, just so you know, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this happened at the Kennedy house a year or two ago. Like, mind you, like, when you go to a youth shelter, it's not just like you go there and then you stay X amount of time, then you leave. Like, you can get discharged, you can go back, you know, like, when you get discharged, it's literally the worst thing ever. We can talk about that on another day, but these two girls I used to smoke with, Jessica and Cheyenne. Jessica was like 20, Cheyenne was like 17, right? We would always be smoking, and that's the thing about youth shelters, like from 16 to 25. So people with no morals, like, people have no morals sometimes. There's no integrity, so people don't understand that, like, to the outside world, things are wrong, but, you know, they live in this bubble of like this community, so they don't really understand that, like, there are real world consequences. So I don't know, like, I'm just trying to encourage other people to make better decisions. It is what it is. So fast forward, okay, so basically me and these two girls were always smoking, we always chill, like, not always, like, they're not my friends, but like, it's girls. Like, you see, there's more men than, like, the number of dudes is always like outweighed by the number of females. Like, for example, at that shelter, there's what, I think, I don't remember exactly how many, but there was like 30 guys versus like the 10 girls. Like, the difference, you know, like, there's always more guys than girls, so it's like when the girls chill together, it's whatever, it's just for the sake of chilling with females, you know? And that's why I'm very selective about the females I chill around, because it's just like, just because I'm a girl does not mean I care for your time and to hear your bullshit and, you know, all that. But any hooser, so me and these two girls would be chilling, and they had a very abusive relationship. Cheyenne was very quiet, Jessica was very loud and like me, but before I learned how to, you know, respect myself and others. So at the drop of a hat, like, she's a Gemini, so I think that gives you context. It's like my personality, but a Gemini, so literally like day and night, any given moment. Jessica would always be so abusive towards Cheyenne, verbally, physically, just putting her down on a regular basis. And I'm not the type of person like I'll stay out the way, but it's like you can only do certain behavior around me so much to the point where I'm not trying to like help, you know? Like, I want to ease the situation, because it's like, it's a headache for me too hearing you cuss off somebody for like not rolling your spliff a certain way. It's like, it was some bullshit, you know? So fast forward, like, Cheyenne would be talking to me. Sometimes Jessica would have work or whatever, so we would be like talking, like chilling together, just the two of us, and she'd be like, man, like she's so aggressive, I don't understand why she moves like that, like she's a nice girl. Like, you know, if you've ever had an abusive relationship, then you understand the dynamic, like where you try to just vouch for all of their terrible behavior because you care about them, right? But you know, obviously I've been through abusive relationships, and even I think currently at that point too, so I was just trying to, like, you know, look out for my friend, and I'd be like, you know, like don't tolerate that, like don't allow it, like you shouldn't let her bully you like that. Pretty much it was bullying. And so, like, you know, following that conversation, like I don't know who the day or whatever, I see a post on Instagram that's just like, if somebody's constantly putting you down, belittling you, like just X, Y, and Z of like negative person behavior, like that person is not your friend, they're your enemy. And so I shared that to Cheyenne, and then she responded, or Jessica responded, talking about like, oh, is this for me or my girl? And I'm just like, okay, well, like, you know why I shared it, sort of thing. They responded like, what's that supposed to mean, sort of vibe. And so it gave me the impression that they were together, or like, you know, because Cheyenne, she'll speak up for herself, but not in the presence of Jessica, which is some pussy shit. Like, you're your own person, nobody should have rule over your fucking voice. Like, I don't, these little girls. It's fine. So fast forward, like, Jessica catches wind of this message that I shared to Cheyenne, trying to, like, you know, encourage her mindset, motivate her away from this toxic situation. And, you know, the following day, they try to confront me, like, in the lobby of the shelter or whatever. It's like, so what on with the post? Like, you know, like, and I'm just like, okay, just what it is. Like, you're abusive towards her. Like, fix up. So me and Amanda go out and smoke. By the way, pronto, fucking waste, man. Go take care of your 2 children and stop running the streets behind little girls. Because, like, really? Like, you couldn't break up that fight? Chris, I'm glad you're dead. Anyway, so we're seshing at the back behind the coffee time. If you're from the ends, you know behind the coffee time, there's, like, an area to fucking smoke. It's gone now, it's torn down, and they're gonna build like a condo there or whatever, but that used to be a spot. And so they pull up, Jessica and Cheyenne, and this is the day I was going to go pick up a check from my fucking agency, so I wasn't dressed to rumble. Like, I was dressed looking cute. People always want to catch me when I'm slipping. Like, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're getting sprayed and you're getting poked. Like, I don't care. But but this day, yeah, I was trying to be cute, so I'm trying to like hit my little 1-2, and they're like bringing the noise to me. So she's like, oh, so what going with the post? You want to share shit to my girl? You want to? And I'm just like, this is not like your girl was asking me for advice, so I gave her some fucking advice. Like, y'all need to figure out your little mess. And because I called it a mess, they decide, well, not even they, Jessica wanted to act bright and start a one-on-one with me. So of course it becomes a one-on-one. We're on the ground. I start biting her neck, because at this point it's like, listen, you want to come to me on some bullshit for trying to help the situation that I don't like. I'm just not the one. I'm just not the one. It was gonna get like physical. It's like, if I know I'm not in the wrong, I will finish it, and I will finish you, and you will be bleeding. Like, there's no, like, don't take me out of my element on some fuckery and expect to just, you know. But there were 2 of them. So I'm biting her neck, and then Cheyenne wants to jump in, start pulling hair, start doing all this. And then the guys, and I actually have to look at them. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're not gonna try to break nothing up? Because it's 2 against 1, and I'm like in slippers and like in a cute outfit. Like, there was no, I wasn't ready to rumble. It was just upsetting. It was upsetting. So I go in, I vent to the fucking staff, lose my fucking mind. I don't know. Like, certain staff know what I'm talking about, and certain people from like my life know. When I get to the mindset that I was in when I was venting to the staff, if I'm in that mindset, don't touch me if I'm physically raging, because I will channel that and just put it on you. And because I know I need to get it out of my system. I don't care about you in that moment. So I was raging. I couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that, like, I was just trying to be a good person. Like, I was just trying to give my friend advice, and then my friend wanted to switch up and gang up on me with her girl, the same girl that she was begging me to like give her ways to get away from. So it was just like, that's interesting. Like, you're loyal to this bitch who puts you in a life-threatening violent situation on a regular basis, and you don't have enough integrity to be like, honestly, just chill the fuck out. I asked her, like, you know, I was talking to her on the low, but people want to be snakes, you know. People want to hide that they're talking to people about trying to get away from the person. Like, just tell them, like, yo, like, I don't fucking want this. If you have an issue, we could get a restraining order. Like, it's not like, I don't understand. There are ways to deal with your fucking problems that don't involve fucking crying to people, spreading nonsense, and starting like, it could have been a setup thing from the jump. But me personally, like, I have good discernment. I'm not an idiot. Like, this girl's coming to me on a regular basis talking about, like, I don't know why she acts like this towards me. Like, I really do care about her. All this, mind you, 20 and 17. So Cheyenne is just impressionable and stupid and doesn't actually know better. And Jessica is taking advantage of this and intimidating her with rage. Now, I cannot be intimidated with shit like that, because obviously I see the psychology, but I can't just stand by and allow things to happen. So it's like, if y'all want to smoke with me, like, I'm gonna give my 2 cents. And of course, my 2 cents got me jumped by 2 dumbasses. But I mean, they didn't poke me or nothing like that. Like, they just want to throw hands and look bad. But where are y'all now? Like, where are y'all now? I hope life is going well, but I don't give a shit. Like, at the end of the day, they're just examples of my story, still very much irrelevant. But the fact is, like, you need to ask yourself, what means more to you? Loyalty or integrity? Like, do you want better for yourself, or do you want wastemans to rate you? Please, like, decide. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more. You already know. Share this video because sharing is caring. I want people to find my channel. Please share this to a waste man who you think might need this advice, or a girl out here, because I just can't. If you have a little sister or a girlfriend or a side chick or like anybody who like needs to hear what I'm saying, just refer them to this video. Simple. Done. I'll see you guys in the next one. I always stop what I'm doing to tell a story. It's ridiculous. Apparently I can't multitask. It's very upsetting if you ask me.